Hello and welcome back to TEW 2016 Branding Solutions. As you can see, I cut the video a bit shorter this time, didn't want to have the whole lot. We're just going through the Smackdown roster now, and as last time we start with the main eventers. And we have Bad News Barrett, who is part of Seth Rollins' faction called the Chosen Ones, where Seth Rollins, as you can see, is our current champ, probably the most popular guy on the roster. Has Bad News Barrett, Cody Rhodes. He also has Drew McIntyre and Damien Sandow, and both of those two, or those four, are all guys that were not respected when they were at the company before and all came back, and Seth Rollins has come with them to target John Cena, who is obviously the alpha dog now. I had to change his character, and it seems to have worked somehow. And the rule was he wasn't allowed a title match until he could beat all of the Chosen Ones, which he has done, giving him a qualification match against, well, he just won the triple threat to become the number one contender and will be facing Seth Rollins for the title. That's at the next pay-per-view, which is the next pay-per-view in a couple of weeks. So I think there's one more Smackdown before that. We also have a face, Bray Wyatt, who is the Money in the Bank holder, who has been skyrocketing up through this. And he's going to start a little rivalry with Sheamus, because he cost Sheamus basically the triple threat match because the Chosen Ones attacked Bray Wyatt. So he wanted to help John Cena win to take down the Chosen Ones. I actually bought Daniel Bryan out of retirement because I still think there's something we can use with him. And him and Seth Rollins have had match after match for the title and have stolen the show on nearly every pay-per-view. But he's now in a rivalry with Rusev. I took the US title off Rusev because I want him to move into the true main event picture. And as you can see, he's ready for it. So we're ready to see what he can do at this next level. Now this roster has got not many men on it because this is the women's roster, and if I had my way I could try and make this a full women's show, but the popularity of the women is terrible, and that's the highest I've got is about a 52 or 3, so they're not going to be able to cope with a solo show on their own, so I have to keep a few other men to keep the show popular, and they can come through strong eventually. As you can see, we've got Sandow as another mid-carder. Brought John Morrison back. He is my current US champion. Still quite popular. Goldust is here, making up numbers really. He'll probably be released on his next contract, as will Mark Henry. And Truth is going to sign a new contract just for fun, but mainly training or jobbing purposes. And obviously we've still got Ryback. I don't really know whether I'm going to use him much or not. Never really much of a fan of Ryback. Not really a fan of the big guys. So the mid-card we've got Adam Cole, who has joined John Cena in his quest against the Chosen Ones. And if you were to see his popularity, I believe has skyrocketed since we signed him. He was 26 when we had him. Now he's up to the 40s, obviously that one. Same amount of growth really. And then we've also got Andre Cole, which I believe was Ricochet. He's not coming along as well as I'd hoped, but he's more of a jobbery type character. Apollo Crews, again, he's struggling a bit like in real life on the main roster. Baron Corbin, I just can't find something I want to do with him at the moment. Apollo and Baron are against Mark Henry. It was Sheamus, but Sheamus is coming out with that. Drew McIntyre is part of the Chosen Ones. Obviously he's using the same gimmick. And we have Finn Balor, who has been unleashed by Bray Wyatt as his evil spirit, who's actually a face, so I'm only really using him sparingly. And of course we've got Jay Lethal and Lance Rush, which is Johnny Gargano. So he's the current #1 contender for the IC. Going into the lower, so there is unlikely to be. I've got Alex Pack for as an opener. Again, just for numbers. Where this show gets complicated is when you look at the women's roster, where we actually have. Well, we have Alexa Bliss, Alicia Fox, Angel Williams, Oscar, who's probably going to be the new Women's Intercontinental Champion. But as you can see from the popularities, these women aren't popular enough to hold down their own show. So we've got Bayley, Becky Lynch, Billie Kay, who is the current Smackdown Tag Team Women's Champion, with Peyton Royce, Brooke Adams, Candice LeRae. Carmella's only just come to this roster, so she's got work to do to get going. Charlotte is the Women's Champion. Again, that's probably the most over I have. Cheerleader Melissa, Cheryl Evans, Dana Brooke. I'm keeping that thing with Charlotte go for now. Ember Moon I've just brought up as well. I don't think she's actually had a match yet. Obviously that stunner was the reason why. We've also got Emma, just as the normal Healy Emma at the moment. Not sure, she may become. She's the other contender for the Intercontinental. We have Eva Marie. I don't know what to do with her. Gail Kim's going to be here just to help some of these people improve in the ring. Jessica Havoc, again a mysterious looking character, so I thought why not be something different for the show. Levi Bates, again another one. Good popularity, let's see what she could do. Mickey James, again, here to help develop some of the skills. Naomi is ridiculously popular, so we'll see what we can do with her. Natty, again, Nia Jax only just being promoted to do pretty much what she's doing on the main roster. Nikki Bella, probably the second most over, slightly more over. Also we've got Paige, who's majorly over still. Peyton Royce, obviously the other half of the tag team champs, has come up, done very well. Sasha Banks, she's the current women's Money in the Bank holder, and I may do an honour cash-in where she charges to a proper match rather than after a beatdown. Scarlett Bordeaux, Stacey Fraser, Stella Coleman, and Summer Rae, all pretty much there to be guided jobbing. When you look at the titles, as I said, we've got Peyton Royce, Billie Kay, Women's Tag Team. Not had to defend it. They have a match on the next pay-per-view. The Women's Intercontinental I haven't. And now the match is at the pay-per-view. Seth Rollins is currently the champ. John Morrison beat Rusev in a fluke, as it was made to be, just because I needed Rusev to drop it. And obviously Charlotte is our Women's Champion. If you see the current storylines, again, slightly messy, working on a few of them. John Cena and Adam Cole against the Chosen Ones. I've got it the New Men, which I will be taking Sheamus out of, even though he's doing quite well in it, because the baddies are winning this. US title, I've got Lance Russell, Jay Lethal. I'm looking for good matches rather than a good storyline at the moment. The women's title has all of the main attractions, shall we say, the more popular ones. And the World Championship, I've fiddled these around. Well, I've only just started changing who's in the match, so that's why this is like this. Women's tag, this is mess, but I will be changing this and taking a few people out. We were to look at the tag teams quickly, just because, well, I've got quite a lot of women's tag teams put together. Got Bad and Beautiful, which we know. They're a real tag team, so I'll keep that. So we've got like the Brawling Brits. Culture Club is Emma and Summer Rae. Double Trouble with Becky and Natty. This is the Forgotten Generation. They're the tag team champions. Yes, the experience isn't great, but this is going places. Future vision. I put Nikki Bella with Alexa Bliss because I could actually see Alexa being a lot like Nikki from what I had seen in the early days of Alexa Bliss. So I think that one worked quite nice. Genetically superior, which it's not the best name for the team for those two. Mercury Rising is Bayley and Asuka. It's sort of saying they're a mix. Kind of wouldn't work together, but they'd work well as a team if need be. I haven't really set up to use them yet. This is just because I couldn't think of a name. Stella and Scarlett. Straight and True, Sasha and Gail. Again, you can see a lot of Sasha in what Gail used to do. So that all works. When we look at the Psycho Ward, just the idea that they've come out of that house together works for me. So, and their next pay-per-view is actually, no, it is Battleground. There is matches in the pipeline. So we have Forgotten Generation versus Bad and Beautiful for the Women's Tag Team Championship. John Morrison versus Lance Rush. That's for an Intercontinental. This is for the World, and this is for the new Intercontinental Women's Championship. I think they're a good mix. I know Carmella has a risk, but that's only because she's really on the roster that I've used her. So that is everything for the Smackdown roster. Again, do you think I can get all the women on one roster and have enough power to keep the show going? Let me know in the comments below, and next time we're going to come back, we're going to look at the Shockwave, which I think is my personal favourite roster. But let's see what you think. Thank you for watching.